Hey guys, welcome to Logical Preventative Health, right? Just using logic, using nature, just using movement, just using intention, visualization, presence, and breathing, right? Just changing your life yourself, doing it through your health. I tell you, once you lose your health, you've got nothing. So the health is the root of you. If you can improve your health, you'll see it will spill over into your wealth and into your relationships. It will spill over into all of your life will get better. You'll become a better human if you get more healthy. How can I change my health today? This will help me reduce my body fat. This will help me reduce my aches and pains. This will help me sleep better, burn off more stress, wake with more energy and motivation, have a better mood, a better feeling, a better attitude, right? Your attitude is what we want to sort of use to carry us forward in our life. Our attitude creates our altitude, right? We've heard this before, right? What can we do today? I want to begin my first lecture on physical and mental wellness. How to get it for ourselves. I see this problem. People sitting and talking about the problems and talking about the problems and talking about the problems. Like coaching is getting caught and stuck in talking about problems and problem analysis. Just thinking and talking about our problems doesn't make our problems go away. Do you know what makes them go away? Action. Action makes the problems go away. Movement action, intentional action, and follow-up nutritional action, and rest. This is how the body gets healthy and well. Through repetition, over time, it becomes more healthy and more well. It comes better into alignment. This is what we're doing. We're realigning body and mind. Today I want to do a body and mind reset with you. And I just want to use a small little object like that. If you don't have a ball, you could use an apple or an orange. Just something small that you can focus on. I always tell people, you know what? The brain leads the body. The body follows the brain, right? Whatever's in the body begins in the brain. It's what we're thinking that comes down spinal cord and comes down into every cell of the body. That's how it goes from the brain to the body. So if I want to change something in my body, ache, pain, injury, sickness, illness, diagnosis, disease, this problem or that problem in my knee, my ankle, my foot, my elbow, my shoulder, something is wrong in my body, my digestion, my elimination, something's wrong with my hormones, something's wrong with my brain chemistry. In brain or body, the health or the problem, it arises. It begins in the brain, it comes into the body. Right? We put it into our body by the way that we eat, the things that we choose to eat, we put it into the body. Emotion, trauma gets stuck in the body. There's physical energy in the body, that's emotional energy, that's tension in the body. It's creating a feeling within the body that is unhappy, unhealthy, unbalanced, unwell. Right? We all have it. If we're over 40, we all have it. We've had trauma in our life. We've all had trauma. It's a part of the human condition. So it's normal to have trauma, but if we can assess our trauma and move it through our body logically, we need to learn that. Unfortunately, we don't come to learn this until beyond 40 for whatever reason. This is how it is. So we have to sort of take some actions that we can take each day to move ourselves in a new, more successful way, like a way that leads to possibility rather than survival, right? We want to get out of survival mode. We want to get into like creation mode. Okay, I want to begin with a little bit of oculomotor activity. I want to work on the eyes because I tell you, the eyes lead the brain. The brain follows into the body, right? So if I can open up the eyes, I can open up the brain. If I can open up the brain, I can open up the body. The body follows the brain follows the eyes. Where the eyes go, the brain follows. Whatever you focus your eye upon, you begin to focus in that direction. Your brain follows. The brain is calibrated to the eye. Okay, when I close my eye or I soften my eye, I'm not really using my eye. I tune into myself, into my sense, into my feeling, into my senses. Then I'm using like my internal eye. If I close my eye or soften my gaze, I use my internal eye. It's my imagination. It's my inner vision. It's what I'm seeing inside of myself. The brain is wired to the eye, whether it's the outside eye or the inside eye. Okay, so because the brain is calibrated to the eye, by adjusting the eye, I can adjust the brain. And as we age, the peripheral vision narrows. I want to see if I can open it back up again. It narrows because of the nutrition that we're using, a dehydration nutrition. We can change our nutrition, we can change our movement, we can change our gases, we can change our soft tissues. That's the fascia. Today we're working with the fascia. I'm introducing you to some myofascial therapies. Okay, these are a series of myofascial therapies that I've been using on myself for the last couple of years. Someone showed some oculomotor tips to me a couple of years ago, and ever since I've been sort of working with that myself, and then I started incorporating it into my daily routine. So doing a little oculomotor introduction today, a little physical and mental wellness, right? Here's my focus, my eyes to the ball, okay? We get stuck in our thoughts, we get stuck in our story, okay? We need to take action. Just bending, action, extending, action. Just 2 actions right now. Working through the spine, opening up through the core, bending, extending the body, reaching back, reaching over, right? I'm just going to turn my clock on so we got 30-second chimes. I want to work with you for a couple of minutes, just bending and extending and looking at your tiny object. We're going to lead the brain in a different way. We're going to change the energy body. We're going to free up some trapped, blocked energy in the body, some inflammation, some pain. We want to move it through. We want to reduce our body fat. We want to sleep better. We want to eat better. We want to change our energy. We want to get healthy. Just thinking and speaking in a different way and reprogramming my subconscious mind for health. Just working on extension. Lean right back. Open up my abdomen. Inhale through my nose. And all the way over, take that right down to the floor. Exhale through my nose. You have to take physical and mental action daily. If I don't take positive action daily, physically and mentally, then I will shrink physically and mentally. My emotional body, spiritual body will shrink correspondingly. As what happens to one side of the equation happens to the other side of the equation. If I don't work on my physical and mental wellness, it'll shrink or atrophy will set in. This is what's happened to us beyond 40 and 50 without playing sports, without changing directions, without moving and rotating. The body's gotten frozen up in the spine. We've gotten more narrow in our vision. The body's gotten fight or flight. It's become addicted to stimulants and cooked and processed foods. We have to break these addictions and habits, and we can do that with a little mental reprogramming. Just focusing on the ball, I want to refocus myself. I want to do a little physical and mental wellness today. A little bend, a little extend through the whole body, working through the spine, right over. Exhale, right up, lean back, inhale. And there you have it, just a little bit of conscious breathing, just a little bit of moving through the spine. I'm sort of relieving the core stress. The muscles of the core, the postural muscles, they hold us up all day long, and they hold the stress of the body. The emotion gets stuck in the core muscles. So we want to work through the core. You might have heard this, you got to strengthen your core. You got to strengthen and lengthen your core. We're going to do that with movement. We're going to do that with conscious breathing. We're going to do that with intention. We're changing our health and our mobility, our energy in the body. Here I'm going to just move into a lunge position, just one leg back, so that I'm sort of going to drop into the lower I drop into it, the more athletic it becomes. You know, depending on what level you're at, you can sort of just stay up higher if you're just kind of developmental. As you get stronger, you can sort of drop more into those legs. I'm going to still work on my bend and my extend. I'm going to try to work on my focus. My focus is to the ball. Keep my eye focused on the ball. Breathing through my nose. Exhale as I flex over. Inhale as I lean back. It's balance, it's stability. And those are just natural things. The body naturally balances. Just tuning into the body and letting it guide you. It's like relearning to connect to the body. Working through those big muscles, I'm changing the pressure in the body, I'm changing the gases in the body, I'm moving the fluids through the body, I'm moving emotion through the body. I'm breathing, I'm oxygenating the body, I'm changing the hormones in the body, right? It's changing the feelings. I can change the way that my body feels. I'm in complete control of the way that I feel. My feelings are a response to the way that I'm thinking and speaking and eating and drinking. Just breathing, inhale, exhale. Just taking control of my health, myself. I am getting healthy a little bit more each day. I trust that that will spill over into all other aspects of my life as well too. I believe in myself. I know I am good, you know. No one's perfect. It's okay. We've all made mistakes. That's just a part of life. We're making things better for ourselves. We're all working on doing our best. We're correcting any errors we may have made from being out of balance in our life. We're rebalancing ourselves. So as bending, as extending, as working into the lower body and the upper body, I'm tipping through the spine and I'm breathing, working on conscious awareness and presence. Here now I just want to add some rotation. I talked about bend, extend, and rotate. Here we're going to rotate through cervical spine, but still tracking with the eye. I'm going to try to take the ball back. Rotate. I'm going to open up through my thoracic spine. I want to twist through my spine. Right? The body's got to bend, extend, and rotate. So we were just bending and extending the spine. Now I want to twist the spine open in the cervical spine, in the thoracic spine. Just working on some rotation in the spine. I'm going to look right back, keep my oculomotor tissue tracking the ball. Working on my peripheral vision. If I increase that peripheral vision, I'll feel more safe and more at ease I'm recalibrating the body and the brain through the eye. I'm recalibrating the eye and the brain, resetting the eye and the brain, and this will create a little more peace and ease in the brain, which will reflect a little more peace and ease in the body. Inhale as you take that arm right back. Exhale as you return the arm. I'm just pushing myself up from there. I'll just push myself into my crouch. If you can stay down in this crouch position, this is wonderful. Just using my body weight passively. I'm just dropping down into my hips and my lower back. This is dropping down into my pelvic floor, my lower abdomen. And that's where we want to be able to eliminate better. The body has a lot of waste in it. We want to learn to eliminate it better. This is going to be stronger in the core and the pelvic floor. We have to have the core functioning properly. If you have any pains in your hips or your knees or your back, or you can't get down into this position, I mean, you can do it here, but I want to push back into my hips as much as I can. I want to open up the space and regain the mobility that I've lost in my body with age. I don't want to lose more of my abilities. This pushing back into my hips is creating space in my hips for the day. Opening up my hips and my back this way, doing some physical wellness for me today, some physical and mental wellness for the day. Just beginning my day that way with some daily thought and movement improvement. Going to carry my body weight if I can. If you have to come back down on the knees as we were before, no problem. If you can kind of do it with your, carrying your weight, wonderful. Tracking the ball right back. Inhale. Exhale. Keep your eye on the ball. Rotating, open the spine, open up the chest and the shoulders. If you can carry your body weight on one hand, wonderful. If not yet, that's okay, but we want to be able to develop to be able to carry our weight. You can put yourself up onto a box or a chair if you can't do it on the floor yet. You can prop yourself up a little bit higher to begin. And I'll push myself back into my crouch position. Awesome if you can do it down here. If you got to do it here, this is okay too. I'm just going to work into my peripheral vision. I mentioned how much opening up the peripheral vision will create a more calm, peaceful version of you. That's where healing happens, right? In a more peaceful state. It's in your subconscious. We got to get into the subconscious. I'm just going to work on my peripheral vision. I'm going to cover one eye, and I'm just going to try to turn that ball way back as far as I can. I try to keep my face to the front. I'm going to try to track that ball with my eye. And if you can't, stay down there that long, that's okay. I understand you might not have the strength yet, but I do wanted you to develop the strength that you were able to sit down in your squat or in your best squat for a minute or two to carry your body weight that way, right? We've lost our strength in our legs and our back and our hips, and it's creating aches and pains in the body, and it's blocking energy in our body, and we can get that energy up and moving it through the body again. The body can feel happy and healthy again. Just working on the other side. If you can't do it down there low, we can just do it up here. Just going to cover one eye. I'm just going to take it back. Try to keep my eye on the ball. Open up my peripheral vision as much as I can. Exhale as I return the ball. Recalibrating the eye and the brain. It's myofascial work. We're working through the soft tissue, the fluids in the fascia in the face. You may feel some sensation in the face and the head and the neck. You may see or notice something different. We've just reset the eye and the brain, recalibrated the eye and the brain. That can have a little bit of a steadying effect in your world, inside of yourself, a realigning inside of yourself. Practicing that will just bring you more and more stillness as you practice that. But just doing it once will even create a little bit of a shift. And if you feel or see some shifts around you today, that's okay. If you start to see some shifts around you in your relationships, in your life, don't be surprised. It's not a bad thing. It's just exactly what you're looking for. Have yourself a super awesome, terrific